All right, welcome to Primos for Life, the wrestling podcast made for the fans, by the fans. Como siempre, yo soy Eddie, el niño vaque. We got Ariel, the Ecuadorian Dream Bisueta, and we are your self-proclaimed, undisputed co-host tag team champions of the world. And in this episode, we jump into part 2, covering Friday Night Smackdown. So, como siempre, sit back, grab a snack, and let's get it on. And if you ran out of your snack, go back to the kitchen and grab another one. All right. And now jumping into Smackdown out of Seattle, right? This past Friday. Right. We opened up the show. Obviously, everybody walks in, but we really open up with replay of Kevin Owens' announcement, which leads into the first segment, which is Nick Aldis calling out Randy to come out to the ring. Obviously, Nick is pissed because he got RKO'd that episode.
Yeah.
And what I liked about it was Randy comes out, you know, he's like desperate for a match, which, by the way, he comes out and does this whole segment about getting a match and doesn't end up getting a match for WrestleMania. So I was like, okay, well,
yeah. Weird. So all that for
not to happen?
A main event on SmackDown,
right? Exactly.
The same episode,
right? Exactly. Because I'm thinking now, so Solo is going to come out, get that match, you know, and then make, you know, Randy have his WrestleMania match happen. Or I even like the fact that because, and this is how you know Randy pays attention to the internet, everybody started putting up fake posters of Nick Aldis versus Randy Orton.
I saw that.
And I was like, no, we should have made that happen.
No, Nick Aldis. The whole reason he's one of the GMs is because he couldn't cut it.
Yeah.
Him, Pierce, Byron Saxton, Corey Graves. You know, these you know, Nick. I saw that and I was like, if this is official and this is on Mania, like this is a pre-show. This is if Mania starts at 7 Eastern, let's say, this is a 5:30 match.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping for it. I was, you know, I wanted it to happen. But Solo comes out, makes a big thing about it, and then LA Knight comes out to help Randy, setting up their tag match at the end of the evening. But again, going back to the fact, like, okay, we just wasted 20 minutes because Randy doesn't get a match, and he doesn't even go against Nick Aldis. And ultimately, the whole purpose of Nick calling him out there was because he felt disrespected. You know what I mean? So like, oh no, sorry, Nick.
Come on,
that Randy hurt your feelings.
So much stuff happening. You this is how you want to go. Like, you hurt my feelings. So, well, I mean, in all fairness, SmackDown is 3 hours. You got to find a way to kill. You know, I don't want to say a quick 20 minutes because it definitely wasn't quick. Yeah. But no.
Yeah. No.
It was fine, but I agree with you. I thought it was kind of annoying because Randy doesn't get a match. Unless you can find a way to work something in somewhere. I don't know. Like, and I'm trying to figure out what match they put in its place because obviously they had to pull Orton Owens. So maybe that's where El Grande Americano came in.
Yeah, I know, right?
Maybe it was supposed to be a pre-show match. Maybe you were right the whole time. It was supposed to be a pre-show match. And because Orton and Owens can't go, you know, it was the one that was chosen to move on.
There you go. That's a good way of looking at that. You're right. Because at this point, I don't even know if we have pre-shows like listed, right? Not even.
I mean, there's always a pre-show, but I don't know if there's any matches. Like, cause usually they will, but on Mania, I don't know if they're gonna do that because they'll always have like a match or two beforehand and whatever. But I don't know, but what time they would start it. It's gonna start 2-3 hours beforehand, you know, because they do it all the time. Like, so they're gonna talk to Big E and Booker T and the.
Rosenberg,
Peter Rosenberg. It's funny because I listen to, you know, living up here in New York, I listen to ESPN radio and he does like the afternoon show and I listen to him talk about baseball and shit. And I'm like, and then he'll be like, well, the Yankees right now are reminding me kind of Seth Rollins. And I'm like, oh God, it's the only way I'm going to listen to this idiot. So let's go. Like, no, but I look because Rosenberg was a Hot 97 up here, hip hop station. Like, so I got respect for Rosenberg. I'm joking around. It's funny, but it's funny to see him kind of doing that. And then, you know, of course, Sam Roberts, stuff like that. But I'm sure we'll get an hour and a half of pre-show.
Yeah, Yeah, for sure. And then we that leads into Liv Morgan and Raquel coming out to watch the gauntlet match for their number one contendership that I accidentally confused for Raw. My apologies, listeners. My bad. Got my notes mixed up. It happens.
Come on, guy.
My
Come on.
guy.
Come on.
And now is where we get Bayley and Lyra coming out to start off the match with the Pure Fusion Collective, which is Zoe and Shayna. Obviously, they start off the match. PFC gets eliminated. Then we get Natalya and Maxine Dupree come out next, which was set up on Monday Night Raw. Right. That happens. Maxine gets pinned. We move.
Shocker.
Yeah, right. We do get into the next tag team, which is Kaden and Katana. They come out. One call out about their quick match was, did you see that keg stand move? Wild. Yeah, it was where
they've been doing the keg stand move for a minute, dude.
I know, but I guess it just seemed more impactfve in the gauntlet. It just seemed more important. You know what I mean? So
well, no, I got.
I know we've seen it. I'm saying it looked. The best now.
They've won a championship with it, so I'm the reason I'm just like.
Yeah, but
no. I get. Sometimes it's just a great spot. Sometimes it's just a great spot that you're just like dope, like really like good looking. I got you. And then, Katana ends up getting pinned. And then next is Mishin and B-Fab, your favorite tag team, right? Because that's been happening the last couple of months. Jesus Lord, I'm just trying to figure out how of the entire was it Hit Row, whatever it was, that B-Fab is the one that's still around, and I'm like, and I like Mishin. I do. I like Mishin a lot. I do. I wish. Hopefully, they're using her to teach B-Fab some stuff, but I don't know.
But hey, they're getting screen time. They were in the gauntlet. Right. They didn't look half bad as a tag team. Maybe this could be a thing, you know?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Hopefully, B-Fab will pick up some stuff from Michin, and they'll start to use Michin a little more. I would have liked to have seen Michin, beat Chelsea Green for the United States Championship. But I mean, it made sense. Chelsea Green paid her dues, and just being Chelsea Green, you're going to get a better run and more followers and stuff. So, but yeah. Good for them for getting into the gauntlet match. Wish they would have. Well, no, I don't wish it was doing better. It happened the way it should have.
Yeah. And then once they get into the match and they start fighting Bayley and Lyra, Lyra tries to go for the tag rather to Bayley. Bayley missed on purpose. I wanted to throw that in there because I like that they're doing even more storytelling within the match now, because obviously with what transpired on Monday, Bayley losing to her, even though they're tagging together and ultimately, spoiler alert, end up winning the whole thing.
Right.
There is like that little
That's that hint of jealousy still. I'm still mad that you're the champion. I didn't beat you and I couldn't beat you. So at this point, I'm not going to, even though she's shooting herself in the foot, that could have cost her a chance at a tag team championship. So yeah, no, you're right. But good storytelling and good way of making her human.
Yeah.
Of being like, yeah, you know what? My heart is going to overtake me for this 1 second, and no, I'm not taking the tag.
Yeah, agreed. I love that. But then ultimately, B-Fab gets pinned.
No! Okay, sorry. All right, listen. B-Fab, if you ever hear any of this, I am totally just joking around. I'm literally
B-Fab.
I'm the color guy. I'm the color guy. I'm the funny guy. It's me.
No, that was good, man. I genuinely popped for that one. And then finally, the secret Hervis comes in.
Yes, he got it. I was waiting to see if you nailed it. I was like, go do it. Let's see if he gets it. I noticed you had to look down, though. I noticed you had to look down. I noticed.
I'm looking at my notes.
I know. I was hoping you were going to look at me and be like, okay, I got this. I'm going to say without looking.
The secret Hervis.
The secret Hervis.
They end up coming out. They're the last tag team to come out to face Bayley and Lyra. A little mess up from Lyra with Piper, but that's completely understandable because Lyra's probably exhausted by this point.
I mean, they started the gauntlet match, and Piper is a large athlete.
Yeah. Totally understandable and forgivable.
Yeah, absolutely.
But definitely ended the match strong with that leg drop to win the match.
Off the top rope. That was dope. That was
solid.
That was dope. Yeah, I was glad that they won because it creates more of a story for when they do go again for the IC belt and Bayley takes it or whatever they're going to do with it, but we'll see if they beat Raquel and Liv. I was the one thing that got me about the secret Hervis See, that's how you do. You look and you say it because you just know it. No, I'm just kidding. The new ensembles of now, this is their wrestling outfits. Is these shirt and tie. I'm like, this isn't gonna last very long. And then sure enough, like Piper lost it. Like her tie's gone like 2 seconds in, and I'm like, well, look at all the stuff on her, like on her jacket and sweat and all this stuff. I'm like, no, let's just keep them in their regular outfits and still just refer to her as Secret. And then what's her name? Alba Fire at one point just stood in the ring for a good like 30 seconds and just kept like saluting, like she was trying to do the thing and waiting for Piper to come over. And then Piper finally came over, and then someone like Lyra came and hit her, and I'm like, oh, this is uncomfortable to watch. I don't know if you picked up on that at all.
Yeah.
I catch those little stupid little things, and I'm like, she was literally saluting, and then finally like she hit a move and then did it again, and I was like, just get out of the ring. And she did.
Yeah.
But okay, good gauntlet match, setting up, and then once again, like you said, building a story within a story in the match to set up for that IC, battle between Lyra and Bayley. Maybe that is, the rift that causes them to fight during Mania, causing them to lose the opportunity for those tag belts. Who knows?
Yeah.
But a great way to set up the story.
Yeah, for sure. And then also, two things that I'll call out, and then I'll move on to the next segment. One, to me, what that reminded me of was when AEW first started, and when Kenny and Hangman Adam Page were tagging, there was like that little beef like between them. Right. And I kind of like that's what they're implementing in this story. So I guess that's where that's where I saw it first. So I like that they're doing stuff like that. And then the other thing too about the Secret Harvest, their outfits, I kind of wish they maybe gone more of like right to censor kind of. Like kind of with just the white shirts without the sleeves and the tie, and then just black bottoms. Maybe go that route instead of a full jacket. But you
can't, because then you're looking too much like that. And
but we're old. We remember that. A lot of people don't remember that.
Yeah, but okay. But here's the other thing: right to censor. They're supposed to be business people, whatever. Secret Service motherfuckers are in suits. Like
okay,
these motherfuckers.
So
these
they
motherfuckers
could come out in suits, but then take off the jacket in ring. You get what I'm saying?
Great and fine, but then if you're going to take all that off, then just take it off into your wrestling gear.
You know what? Whatever, man. Moving on.
No! Don't you dare bring logic here. Why, Ariel? You dumbass.
Moving on. The next segment is Damian coming out to address Drew. Drew jumps him from behind. Then beating Damian up, he gets taken away. Then Drew cuts a quick promo, takes his eye patch off, and then Damian comes back out, and it's a giant fight. And people are taking, splitting them apart. Jason Jordan, Jamie Noble, the favorites, right? These guys are getting so much screen time, and every week it's fantastic.
If I were Jamie Noble, I would put in my contract, I want to get paid for every second that I'm on TV, because that's the best way he can make money.
For real.
That's the best way he can make money.
Yeah, or that's the best way they stop them from coming out every 5 seconds.
Well, that's a good point. But no, you know what? Because if I was that motherfucker, then I would just be running around the screenshots. Just when they're panning and getting the audience, like, where's the drone? 325?
Boom.
And I'm running.
It's just Jamie Noble eating a hot dog.
Every time you look, his face is like, okay, sorry, off topic. Sorry, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry. I'm in a giddy mood tonight. I'm in a good mood.
All good. I like that one. And then ultimately leading to Drew getting, the victory, so to speak, by stealing Damian's chain. Now it's even more personal. So
here we go. With it's like the Punk thing. He took his bracelet, because the minute he did it, I'm like,
yeah.
But the other thing is also, we don't know if that chain really means anything. He's got 3 chains on. 3 chains on. Like, I mean,
this one means the most,
Apparently, you lucky grab. Like, no, but I saw it, and it was like, it was good. Like, I saw it, I was like, great. No, but what I liked is the one I really like first, because I saw it. Because if you really look, his eye patch was riding just a little too high for you to have an actual eye problem. Like, it was dancing. Like, if for the viewers who are here, if you look at my glasses, the corner was dancing like there. Like there. Like, if I have an eye problem, that's going to be covered. Yeah. This is where it's going to be. Not there, here. So I'm sitting there, so I'm like, all right, when I willied this, great. But the sell for me was Priest's eyes. at the end when he's just looking up and he just looked like someone like I forget who it is in Mike Tyson when you punch him and his eyes just pop out like Bald Bull or King Hippo or somebody just go like one of those. Like that was that was entertaining, but a good segment. I thought great because it was, they both got the upper hand of each other for a moment in time, with Drew obviously winning out in the end. But well done. Drew didn't care for Drew. Technically, I do now, but I don't. I like to hate him. I like to not like this guy.
Yeah.
But I respect him. Because I'm like, yeah, man, you do the work. Like, I get it. Like, I get why Hunter. Because back in the day, before he left, when he was like 3MB and before even all that, like, Hunter was on him. Like, this was like the dude that Hunter wanted to push. And then Vince was like, sure. And he gave him a little bit of a shot. Didn't really work. Too young. The 3MB had to leave. And then when he came back, this is why Hunter was like, oh, this is why I had my eye on you.
Yeah.
But it took you failing, which is the story for so many wrestlers. Yeah. Failing, leaving, knowing the opportunity and the chance that you had and that you wasted, and trying to earn that back changes a person.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, overall, okay way to get us to Mania. I'm
way.
Yeah, like
solid way.
Yeah.
Solid way.
But I know
now you make it because now it's a street fight.
Yeah, right. Oh, it's in City Street Fight. You're right.
It's a street fight. Because now you're just like, I can sell the street fight because now we're doing everything.
Yeah, but my thing is like, why are you throwing Damian in so many street fights? He did the San Juan street fight. I think he did another one after that.
The San Juan street fight was a protection on Bad Bunny.
Right.
It was a way to be able for him to use stuff because he's not a wrestler. Right. So you have to be able to allow him to use some props.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think this is a way to sell the anger between these two guys. Mm-hmm. And I don't think you have another street fight on the card.
No.
So, and these two guys can just handle a beatdown a piece, and you can sell the anger between these guys because, like Drew said, every time he's had a bad moment, Priest has been there.
Yeah. So yeah, but that's what I mean. It's a good way to put a period on that entire statement and segment, and now let's see the outcome at Mania. So cool with it. That's what I meant. But yeah, okay. Moving on.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I went over the tangent there.
No, hey, I love it. You're in a good mood. Let's keep it coming. I'm with it.
I'm yapping. Sorry, man.
No, I love it. All right. Then just
I got a good night's sleep, and the kid was happy today. All in all, it's a positive win for me. So
I could tell, man. I could tell. No, I'm with that. Then quick little segment of DIY complaining about losing their tag match and to Pretty Deadly. Motor City Machine Guns comes out and saying, hey, whatever, stop complaining.
They both blew him off.
The past.
They both just blew him off. Like, yeah, you guys just stop complaining, stop whatever. Like, whatever.
Yeah. But then we jump into Berto versus Rey Fenix, which really quick, when did he lose the right? Because he was Humberto.
It was
Garza.
It was well. I read something, and this was probably 6 months ago. What WWE likes to do is they like to start cutting names because you notice it's not Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo anymore. Yeah. It's just Berto and Angel. So first it was just Berto and Angel, and then or Humberto and Angel. Yeah. But I saw it like 4 months ago. It was like WWE Superstar name change. And I was like, oh. And I clicked on it. And it was like, Humberto's going to Berto. And I was like,
nice.
Okay. That's like Tommy going to Tom. What is do you have to? I had to click on this, you mother. So I actually saw it like 3 months ago because they were like, not only did they cut the last names first, because also Santos Escobar is now just Santos.
Yeah.
Like they like to make it quick. So, but now it's just Berto. But I saw that like 3 months ago. I'm glad you brought that up because I was like, no one else really pays attention to subtle things, or not a lot of people do, I think.
I do.
So I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do, which is why we have this podcast where we just yap and you give me a forum for 40 minutes.
No, I love it. But it's Berto versus Rey Fenix. Again, banger. I mean, luchadors really always know how to bring in. Favorite spot, I mean, everything was great, but my favorite spot was towards the end when Berto does that backflip and Rey puts his boot up and the way Berto's face bounces off his boots and like does a backflip to fall. Fantastic.
Great.
Really great match.
Great.
Well,
Berto also had a really dope corkscrew over the top rope.
Yes.
In the first like 45 seconds, minute of the match.
Yeah.
He knocked Phoenix out and he ran over, and I'm like, okay, he's gonna just fly over and do like a senton or whatever. And when he did that corkscrew, I went, oh, and then he landed on his feet.
Yeah.
And he looked at my man and he said something in Espanol. But I was like, oh, dip. Like, that was dope. Like, that corkscrew, because you forget sometimes how good Berto and Garza are. Like, you forget how as Santos are. Like, sometimes you just forget because they're not on there a lot. And when they are, depending on who they're running with or wrestling, you can only have a certain amount of spots like this. So it was great. It was really dope. Sorry, I just thought of the really great spot I wanted to bring up.
I absolutely agree. That's I put in my notes. It was a banger. I enjoyed every bit of it. But ultimately Rey gets the win because he's building up that momentum. Santos comes out to check on Berto, but then ends up yelling at him. Says, you need to shake his hand because this is how you should be fighting and this and that. And Berto, obviously, after anybody losing, a little reluctant, but still gives him the hand. Gets out of the ring.
At least he gave him the hand. I wouldn't even give him the hand. I'm sorry as loser. I don't know, man. Fuck out of here.
And then it's a quick little segment to Roxanne Perez being on SmackDown, trying to set up some matches. Tiffany's there, like saying, hey, you talking smack, and basically setting up the match for later in the evening, which this is what I realized about SmackDown. And again, to your point, it's probably because it is 3 hours, but a lot of matches aren't announced. A lot of matches are done the day of because that's how you kill 3 hours, is like, because that's how the LA Knight and Randy match happened. That's how this match happens. And then I think there's how like another match happens. But
there was a good 3 matches that were made night of.
Yeah, exactly. So that was a quick little setup for that. Roxanne and Tiffy later on. Then we get the Paul Heyman CM Punk history video, going back to 2012, why this is so important. Appreciate that for those that are trying to, make sense of things. Make sure everything's valid.
I love you. Well,
right.
We get it. Best friends. But once again, when you got to kill 3 hours, a montage, as I said before, as in Rocky IV, the entire fucking movie, a montage helps. So, no, it was good. It was good. It was a good way to show, like, the love that Heyman and Punk have for each other, because he's been behind them because a lot of times when you stop watching wrestling, and I was only half watching it, I remember Punk and him being together and being like, really, Heyman, you're on with this dude? But he's been with them forever. So, so good. Solid.
Yeah. No, really good. Then we move on to the next match, which is Zelina versus Chelsea. And obviously Chelsea's distracted with what happened to the Secret Service earlier in the evening. Great match, but then ultimately Zelina gets the win because Chelsea got counted out, so she got disqualified because she was so distracted by her Secret Service not being present. And
no. She got so distracted by Joe Tessitore. She was busy yelling at him. Okay, because that's what it was. Because that's the whole thing we said. She rolled out. She was annoyed, mind you. Now, at one point before this, you catch her knocking outside the trainer's door, calling for the Secret Service because they were in there. Zelina walks by. She's like, they're not going to be there. You're screwed. Whatever. So when the match happens and Zelina starts taking over a little bit in the edge, great. They go outside. Chelsea hits her, like flips her onto the table, and you look, and Zelina looks like she hit her head. She was holding it. I was looking for blood. I didn't see any, but she was holding one point of her head like the entire time. Mm-hmm. But then when she throws Zelina, or does a move that's supposed to throw Zelina back in, and it doesn't, and you watch Zelina literally climb the rope and roll under, and then they move the camera really quick, Chelsea Green, and then she's arguing with Joe Tessitore, which is why she gets counted out. Because she goes in, and as she goes in, the bell rings, and she's looking at Zelina like, why? Count out. So I actually read an article today in WWE storytelling lore. She has hired a attorney to fight the decision of the match, and she shouldn't take the L.
Anyways,
that was the story that I read. It was like, and WWE ran with it. They were like, she's putting in an argument, and I'm like, okay.
Moving on to the next segment of the evening.
Pardon me for paying attention. Sorry, I'm the guy that pays attention.
Moving on to the next segment, Santos is yelling at Berto again.
Berto.
Okay. And I don't like it because my man is down. He's just like, bro, like I lost. You know, I got this cool tattoo on my back. And then Andrade comes out to console Berto, and he's like, hey, you know, you don't gotta take this and all that stuff, all in Spanish, you know, and like,
man, you're adding moments and stuff, man.
That's the way I remember it.
Well, let me tell you what actually happened. It's like Clue. Do you remember the movie Clue where Tim Curry has to do the whole last scene by himself and play all the 7 actors? Here's what it was. They're arguing about it. Berto is sitting back there. He's taking it. Santos and Garza are back there, and he's like, oh, what did you say about him? He's a flash in the pan. He's this, he's that, da-da-da-da-da. You know what? We're going to go thank him or say congratulations. Angel, let's go. Angel walks over, slaps him. They cut to commercial. When they come back, Garza's sitting there, and here comes Andrade. And Andrade comes over, and he's like, hey, what's up? You don't need to take this. And Berto's like, mind your business.
No. He said it like this. Mind your business. And then walks away.
The one thing you get right.
I wrote it down. It was good.
The one thing you get right in that entire story. No, I can't even do it. Okay.
Mind your business.
But that's thank you. But that's what it was. Okay, so that's where that entire story went. So, great. But great because I just like that Andrade's still involved because I don't like not seeing him have something to do. So I'm glad that he's involved.
Yeah, more Latino on Latino segments. I like it.
I'm being extremely racist. I like all the Latinos.
Wow. And then we move on to the Jade versus Naomi video package. Pretty solid, really good. These ladies are doing fantastic work.
Great work. To your point, Naomi's doing really good heel work.
Rocking it.
That promo package was very well done, and she was extremely believable.
Yes.
To have that pent-up emotion and anger and stuff in her. To your point, you said I thought she was doing a great job. You're 150% correct, man. That shit was well done. She did a great job on that promo.
Yeah, absolutely. Like most of the matches on the card for WrestleMania, this is one that I can't wait to see the payoff. I want to see what happens. You know what I mean?
Well, unfortunately, we'll talk about it when we do the episodes. Sorry?
Yeah. Sorry. But overall, great video package. Was a huge fan of that. Then we move on to the Cody title segment where we see the history of titles in the ring. And basically, the way I remember it, Cody's talking about how, you know, it's not about the titles. It's not about this or that. It's about the people choosing who they want as their champion. And it's not about him or the past champions. It's about the next 20 generations of champion because, you know, ultimately
it's about the legacy of the sport.
Yeah, it's about the legacy of the sport. And ultimately, you know, if John wins, he's going to destroy that legacy by taking the title with him and running off. When Cody's the one that's going to be the fighting champion and keep it alive and yada, yada, yada. I thought it was a waste of time.
Your disdain bothers me. Your disdain in talking about this is blah.
It's just take
5 seconds. No, you can't. But how can you? You can't. This is the biggest thing there is. You can't leave it alone. You have to approach it in some way, shape, or form. You can't leave it alone. Now, how it was handled, because Cena wasn't there, you had to do something else. So that's why they put all the belts in the ring, I think, to give you that thing, and they were able to give you the rundown there. But you like, and I get it. I hate who I hate, so I get it. So, but your disdain is just like, it's like, no, it was what it was supposed to be. It was Cody showing he is the company man. This is the whole point of this. The whole point was last week when he said, or 2 weeks ago when he said, they chose me. I'm out here doing it. And to your point, he's the new Cena. He's staying 2 hours late. He's doing this and that. He's doing everything he needs to do to be that person. And so I thought it was very good. I thought it was great. I thought it was intelligently done, because what you're saying is, I'm fighting, and I said it to you because you didn't know what to say, for the legacy here, for the soul of the industry. Like, Seth Rollins was like, "I was fighting for the soul." I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Cena and Cody Rhodes are fighting because Cena wants to take his ball and go home.
Yeah.
Cena wants to take his ball and go home. I understand that. Does he deserve that? Yeah, he probably does. But can you sell that to everybody? Dicey shot. So, like I said, it's tough, but they did what they were supposed to do, because history of the belt, Cody is the people. Cody is now the Cena. This is what Cena would have done. This is everything Cena's raging against now. Everything that this putz did, this guy who was a sucker for so long, and somebody's now all of a sudden you gonna get on somebody else for them being a
Okay. Let me just wrap up my final thought on this segment, and then we can move on. And you could, I mean, obviously counter.
No, I'm good. I said what I need to say. I'm good.
The reason why I didn't like this segment is because, to me, you just told me the ending. To me, now you told me that John's gonna win. That's what you told me with this segment. Because why are you trying so hard to protect what you're pretty much gonna walk away with, right? Like, you wouldn't have to try so hard to sell me on that, right?
There's still another episode before the show.
I don't know. All I'm saying is, you kind of gave the finish away to me. Like, I think now John absolutely wins. So,
I mean,
these sounds aren't helping. Like,
I agree. I think I listen. Well, because I'm trying to figure the words to say, because I agree. Because honestly, company wise, the move is to put the belt on Cena. Company wise, give him reign, give him control, give him the shot. Cody's had it 2 years now. Solid run. I get it. And now you can build to Cody trying to get it back. And then Cena goes 2 or 3 months on his retirement tour, and then it's gone. So, yes, makes sense. I get it. Like I said, there's one more Raw. There's 2 more shows. So you have a chance to put them on both, because you will. I don't think it's a dead giveaway. I don't think it's as black as white as you see it. I don't.
It just felt like that.
because the other thing is great. You give Cena the belt. There's his championship. Now you've forgotten the name Ric Flair. Now you have to say the name John Cena. Great. Figure your stories out from that. He loses, or The Rock comes out to help and he goes against it. Now you're building a different story arc. And now you have 3-4 different ways out of this, which is what I think Hunter would like to do. Because if I'm somebody who's writing something, I would like to leave as many options open as I can to go in different directions. Because you never want to pigeonhole yourself into one area. So,
love this visual. I love
the fingers moving.
Yeah,
I hate you. Man. I hate you. Our
YouTube fans are going to enjoy it. So thank you for that.
But yeah, sorry. Once again, I'm just yammering on. But I think that's I think it's great. I think it was the perfect segment. Cena wasn't there. It was a chance to push Cody, show the belt, show the lineage.
Yeah, no,
bring all the people in.
I got it. Don't get me wrong. I got it. But I'm, as a fan, as someone just genuinely watching the product, and not worried about like official picks or anything like that, I'm like, this is dumb. Get off the TV, Cody. No, you should have just let the last promo sit, and everybody's let us stew in it a little.
But you're not saying that as a fan. You're saying that as a fan of wrestling who's annoyed with Cody Rhodes right now because John Cena had to go heel to do this. You're not a biased fan right now. That's the thing, is you have to remember the way they're doing these things is they have to think in the biased fan aspect. Yeah. You have to be able to separate what you're doing, and that's what it is. because I see it. I hear it in you every time you talk about it. This Cena thing truly, like, it bothers you. So it gets you. So
no, I want Cena to win. I want him now to reign terror on everybody. And I want what the internet wants. And what I saw on the internet is the one thing, and then we'll move on because it's just a couple more segments. But I want what the internet wants, and I want him to win. And then we go to St. Louis Backlash against Randy. Cena wins. Then we have a bunch of future matches that could be potentially AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio.
Wait a second.
Jericho, if he comes back.
Wait a second. You're going to go to St. Louis and have him beat Randy?
Absolutely. Yeah, because you got
not in Randy's hometown.
Yeah, okay. You think Randy's going to win right away? He's not going to win the belt
I don't think you put them together yet. I think him and Randy Orton is down the line. You're thinking way too soon. Yeah. Him and Randy Orton, if you're going to finish this career with the current WWE roster, Randy Orton needs to be one of the last matches he has. Because that OVW class, which I've mentioned before, Batista's done. Shelton's in AEW, and you're not going to bring him back and never did. You didn't put a belt on him yet. You're not going to do it when he's 45. Brock is done, and with his name and all this stuff, who knows? You have 2 people left. So if you're going to do it, and one of Cena's greatest rivalries has been Randy Orton, you're not going to waste that on the next pay-per-view.
Okay.
Logic, Ariel. Logic.
Yeah, logical
so
Ariel.
Stupid. So logical, Ariel. No, he doesn't win. He's just stupid. He's just, he's dummy.
Dummy.
It's a good thing he's cute. Wait, what?
What? Moving on. So we get announcement of Street Profits versus Machine Gun, Motor City Machine Gun match for SmackDown before Mania. Not really crazy about that. Really disappointed in that.
Tell me what I want to hear. Tell me what I want to hear.
That's the match that should have been swapped out for the Rey Mysterio.
That's exactly the match that I was thinking, brother. Thank you. Love you. This is why.
Yeah.
We primos for life.
We primos.
This is why. Because the minute you said it, I went, it's the match I know he's going to tell me when I say it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is why I said it to you, and I said SmackDown, and the minute I said it, I saw your eye move, and I'm like, it's the one. It's the one.
And let me tell you, right? Because this segment leads into Miz and Mello getting into their face, and Mello don't Miz. I like how they're.
And what's the other one? What's the other one? Is Mello don't Miz, and then
we are him instead of awesome.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Because he is him or whatever. Yeah. So
what I know it's good. But what I like in that segment, I don't know if you picked this up. You saw how Dawkins got so mad, and Montez had to put his arm on him.
Tez is no, settle down, big man.
No, he was let him breathe. Let them breathe.
But he was calm. He was calm. He was calm. Now is not the time. We have a match that we have to worry about next week. Now is not the time. Don't let these 2 get in your head, because then you're looking ahead. Yeah. And there's nothing worse than a look ahead game. Any sports fan, anybody who's played any sport will tell you, any team that you think you're supposed to beat, and then you're looking at the next week, that's the team that's going to come back because you're not even focused on them. Right. So he did the right thing. Stop the look ahead. Let him. Yeah. We have to beat Motor City Machine Guns next week.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I agree with you. That should have been the Mania match instead of them Americano.
Just to take it further, and you're not going to like this part, this should be the tag match, not the New Day and War Raiders.
No, now you're just talking shit. You're talking shit. You're out of your mind. You're talking shit. You're telling me that a tag team who has been the power of positivity for 12 years going heel is not supposed to sell you against, and I love the Profits, and I like the Motor City Machine Guns. But no. There's much more value in the New Day story than there is Tez, the Street Profits, who won last month. You're talking about one of the greatest tag teams ever, doing it one more time in a place they've never done it before. When they came out, they were supposed to be heels. It didn't work. They flipped them real quick because they saw they were baby faces and moved them. This is where they're supposed to be. So I agree with you. Yes, I'm mad at you for this because what you're saying truly makes no sense. Because once again, I'd cut a Grande Americano. I would cut Chelsea Green, Zelina Vega, maybe? Is that a match? I don't even know. There's like 2 other matches I would cut. When we go through the card, I would probably count 2 or 3 that I would cut before I would cut New Day for this tag match.
No, I'm not saying that they don't belong on the card. I'm saying it would have been nice to have one tag match one night and one tag match the other night.
Oh, I thought you said it. I thought you said, well, okay, but what you're saying is if you had to pick one of the 2, you're saying
yes.
Which is
they both deserve to be on the card. What I'm saying is if I had to choose, I would flip it. But I get it. You made a valid point.
Let's run it back. Everybody deserves to be on the card. You and I think everybody deserves to be on the card. But you only have so much time. Can I be diplomatic from it? Bro, man. Like,
yeah, everybody deserves a chance. Yeah,
damn, bro, damn. Trying to not get us beat up by wrestlers if we ever get any kind of popularity.
Oh, man, sorry, y'all. But I mean,
I'm trying not to get up.
But we're being authentic, all right?
Yeah. Ay, Dios mío. Great. You get authentically put into a small package, and I will authentically be sitting next to you going, he deserved it.
He deserved it. Thanks, wow. Okay. And
Primos for life.
Primos for life.
Primos for life.
Then we get Roxanne and versus Tiffy. Tiffy gets the win, gets jumped
solid
by
match.
Charlotte. Yeah,
solid match. Yeah.
Yeah. I was more focused about the jumping and her getting in Bad News's face. Like, what was that all about?
Bad News Barrett. I'm surprised he stopped it. I was like, because all the time stuff happens to people.
They just sit there.
and then they sit there and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And now you're like, no, stop. It's like,
we're a week away. Like,
are we picking up poison? Why are we picking up poison here, Wade? What are we doing? Wade. Do we know?
Yes.
But yeah, no, good segment. Good. Because if listeners, no one saw, the moment was Charlotte was sent home and she was not to be there. So that was the whole thing. After what happened last week, because of the dirty laundry that was aired and Charlotte was sent to be home. And so when she interfered in the Tiffy Roxanne Perez, which I love Roxanne Perez, that cute little bottom, that was great. It was so when Charlotte came and interfered, it was, I'm not supposed to be here. I am here. So that added to it. But, okay, great. Done. Figured it out.
Done.
Right.
Okay. And then the card is officially revealed, and we have all the matches for night 1 and night 2, which we will touch on the next episode.
Next episode.
Moving on to the final match of the night, which was the match that was set up in the first 20 minutes, was Randy and La Knight versus New Bloodline, which is really Jacob and Tamatanga. Yeah, right? They solid match, and then ultimately Jacob gets the final moment over LA because LA gets the pin. They win, but Jacob comes out and destroys them, giving him a preview of what he's going to walk into.
Destroy La Noche, Jacob. Take La Noche down. All right, take him down. I want to see that. I want to see that belt around your chubby stomach.
Yeah.
Because you moonsaulted. You jump moonsaulted twice.
Yeah.
Because once wasn't enough. And I'm watching it and I'm going, is he going to be able to pull this off? And then I saw him the first time and I'm like, God, how nimble he is for a big man.
Yep.
And then he did it again. I'm like, oh, see. But this is why I think you and I love him so much. Because he's the total package. He's a Braun Breaker type. He's got all the strength, all this. He's agile. He can move. He can jump. He's quick. So I thought it was good. I thought it was well done. It was great.
Yeah. I agree. And he's standing tall. End of the night. Executive producer Triple H,
Paul Levesque, and Derek Lee. Maybe we'll see. We're shooting for it. We're gonna just roll the dice.
We definitely got to check that out and make sure we got it right for the next time.
I'm sorry, Derek Lee, if that's your name.
Dustin Lee.
I mean, Craig. I mean, at this point, I'm just rolling in the dark.
And that's it. That concludes this past week's Monday Night Raw and Smackdown.
That was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be.
But you know what it was? It's because we just covered so much. But it was good. I had fun.
I think I had fun too. I think we went off the rails a little bit, which I think kind of people enjoy.
Yeah.
Because they kind of like hearing me and you kind of go off the rails from time to time, as efficient as we are.
Yeah.
So, hopefully not a lot of editing out. Eddie, I'm sorry if you have to.
Oh, no.
Listeners, I'm sorry.
It's WrestleMania.
For my profane language, for my, hey, things happen. Sorry. No, I'm totally kidding. But
It's WrestleMania week. We're just gonna throw it up there. That's it. I don't care. But let's get it.
That's it. And because I know we're getting close to that time, I just want to take a moment once again and thank everybody for taking the time to listen when you can, when you have the opportunity, when you can share, please share. Eddie and I truly appreciate everything that you guys do for us in terms of the love and the support. And if you can keep doing it, we will. I mean, we're always going to keep sending that back. But if you guys can just keep doing it and help us just grow a little more and more every day, Eddie and I think would truly, truly appreciate it. And thank you guys. We love you.
Yeah, absolutely. Ditto to everything that Ariel just said. And more, really. Everyone, all our listeners, everybody that follows us on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Apple
Give them all
Music,
the info. Give them the names. Give them all the names.
Everything. Primosforlife.com. It's all there now. It's all there now.
Primosforlife.com. It's all there.
It's all there. And truly, 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 thank you, everyone, for really not only listening and actually sticking through with us, whether it's a short episode or a long episode or a 2-part episode, but also sharing it with other people. Like, I think that's the fun part. It's like, I hear so many people say, I just put my friend onto this. They say you're hysterical, you're this, you're that. So honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much, everyone.
Sincerely, wholeheartedly. Yes. Thank you kindly.
Real. For life,
For yeah, man. Hey, we Primos for life, but podcast listeners, we family for life.
There you go. That's what I like to hear.
If you checking us out and you're giving us that time of day, I mean, that's family. If you love us enough that you can give us 45 minutes of your day or your week or what have you, then we couldn't ask for anything more. Thank y'all.
That's La Familia. It's none of your business.
Oh my God.
On that note, Primo, you know what to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, we love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Thank you for putting up with us. We will see you when we see you.
We will see you when we see you. Ciao, everybody.
Later.